I notice every time I start to do a video, I go like that. I must be nervous. Um, really happy tonight. Happy tonight. I've been going to do a video for 2 or 3 days. There's been so much stuff happening so quick. I'd start to do one on something, and then anyway, I didn't get to it. But tonight, boy, it really, really looks good. I think they got him. I really think they got him. Um, I knew that they were pushing that Cohen's testimony in the House. I knew they were pushing it back for a reason. And because everybody was so happy to him, and they even pushed back his sentencing. Not his sentencing, his jail when he had to go to jail for 60 days. So I thought, man, they're saving him for something. So for the same day that they come out with this Mueller investigation's almost over, and he's going to be returning his report. But I don't know if they really said it was over. He was just going to be turning in a report. Maybe you don't do that till it's over. I don't know for sure what the protocol is on that. But when I found out that they're putting Cohen in there next week to testify, Trump's out of town, this report's coming out, I think there's a lot of coordination going on, and by God, I think they got him. I think they got him and the whole family. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but that's what keeps coming up in my head, that they've got him. So I haven't even gotten near the cards today or yesterday. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. I feel like they wanted all these truths coming out of Cohen's mouth, which sounds kind of funny since he made his living lie it almost. But I really feel like he's telling the truth now. I really feel like he's wanting to get this all out there because he's terrified for his family and his country. I don't think he ever planned on Donald Trump, winning the election. But that didn't mean he didn't try to make money on it as soon as he found out he did. But anyway, they're all, whatever. That's how they make their living. That's how they get through life. I really want to see what's going on. What's going on? I didn't even think about. It's funny with all this stuff. You'd think that I thought about reading on Trump, but I really didn't even think of reading on Trump. I thought about just reading on the investigation, but for some reason, I want to know where he's at right now. So let's get going. I've shuffled the spots off these cards. Well, let me do them a little bit more. Well, this is what I'm getting for the bottom of the deck. Somebody is actually visualizing themselves in jail, and this is on Trump. I don't usually do readings on him. But somebody is actually visualizing themselves in jail. So, out here. So that's what we've got for the liner over the top, is the Nine of Wands, which is sometimes the going to jail card. I don't think he's going to jail, but I think he's worried about it tonight. So this is just tuning into him as right now. Oh gee, oh gee, oh gee. Yeah, looks like he's trying to hide under the bed. Anyway, that's the World card in this deck, the Wheel of Fortune. The World, and it looks like he's What is this guy doing down here? Trying to start a fire? God, I hope he's not trying to start a war to get out of this, because he knows he's God. I'm sure he knows he's God. And here's the victory card, and I'm sure that's for the people, because this is the influence over it and the obstacles. So he thinks he's gonna go through here just lying through his teeth like he always did, and he's not gonna get to, the people aren't gonna let him. And the foundation of the reading is the Five of Wands, which is people arguing and people fighting. There's going to be a lot of people that aren't going to like the outcome of this. They're even going to try to start trouble out in the streets, some of it. They're not going to like the ideal that they got the goods on this lying piece of whatever. I'll be nice. I'll be nice, because I think they got it. And in the recent past, well, I guess that's what he does all the time. Every time I even get anything close to him, he's looking at the money, looking at the money. Nine of coins, trying to figure out if he's got enough money stored in different spots around the world where if he did have to run or get away or just walk out the back door, if he's got enough to get him through, if everything, the freeze gets put on everything else, he's got enough cash somewhere. And in the present, whoa, look at her. Eight of Wands, Eight of Wands. In the present, I think he's actually worried about going to jail, or worried about his kids going to jail. It's definitely on his mind. It may have never been on his mind before, but it's on his mind tonight. He's thinking about it. He's worried about it. And he's wishing things were back like they were. He's wishing he had never even thought about running for president. We got the Six of Cups here, which is the nostalgic. He's wishing things were back just like they were when he was just what he thought was the king of New York. Nobody else thought that. But he's thinking, why did I ever even let myself get into this? Why did I think I wanted to do this? And we got the Seven of Wands here for himself. He's really feeling like for the first time that he may have to watch what he says. That he may have to start watching his mouth and paying attention to where he's going and what he's saying. So, imagine you guys seen that stuff that came out in about the wall today that he put out on some, I don't understand all the different things on the internet, but it was some kind of Twitter type feed and stuff of them supposedly building that wall then they found it was some construction that went on the fence that they were doing 2 years ago in New Mexico. They found it and documented it. He just can't open up his mouth without lying, but he might have to start thinking. And the people around him are getting worried too. They're worried about losing their jobs, and they're worrying about some of them that had some big deals going, like the Kushners and his son and everything. They're just trying to see what they can get out of there with right now. This is the theft card. See if there's anything left to still that they can get out of there really quick with. The Seven of Swords. And this is the Seven of Wands, so 2 sevens there. Walking on eggs and trying to see what you can steal. Well, that fits them pretty good. Then we got the hopes and fears. Okay, we got the Knight of Wands here. So his hopes and fears is he's afraid of Mueller right now. He's never been this afraid, but he knows he's got the goods on him. I swear I know it. I can feel it in my bones. Maybe I'm wrong, but It's like a little voice has been telling me all day he's got him. A lot of people were trying to say that William Barr was making him do this, but I think they're working together on this. Not to get Trump, I'm sure they're being very above board. And for the outcome, we have a lot of happy people, a lot of happy families celebrating. I'm going to pull a clarification card here on this Mueller. Yeah. Donald Trump knows that his house is a mess. Look at this one. Where if I can find the filter. He knows it's a mess, and he knows Mueller's knows every bit of his mess. Stanza. And he's got the goods on him. He's got the paperwork. Is that a camera on that, or is that over far enough? Anyway, he's got the car. This is he's got the paperwork on it. Everybody's gonna feel so much better. We got the love back into the world here. Maybe we'll stop trying to be picked apart and divided every day if we can get a government that tries to unite us instead of divide us. And this goes here. The Desperado. So he's going to actually feel almost suicidal. So I'm going to see, I'm going to do something I don't usually do. I'm going to use this other deck of cards to do that. I used to do a layout of quarterly, like for a whole year. Not used to, but when I do cards personally for people, I do that like a little roadmap for the next year. I know timelines suck, but I've been doing it for so many years, and I've had a lot of people say it really tunes into them. They write it down or record it and then get back to me. So, but I'm going to do this in weeks instead of months. So let's do first week. Well, I guess he still just does the first week, fantasize and wish that he'd never got to be president, and try and figure out how he can get things to go back like they were. Second week, really afraid, really bad energy for him. Really bad. This might be when everything comes out. So maybe it's only going to be maybe next week sometime, or the end of next week, when Mueller turns his stuff in. Third week, it may not be him, but there's indictments coming down somewhere around him for his family. I still think he's going to make him a deal and just walk out of there. Yep, here it is. It's for the family. So this is all coming out in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Huge depression. All the cups spilled. Jail time for somebody. Indictments. Looks like 4 of them here. It might be all 4 of those. I wanted to say double spawn, but that's too close to a friend of mine that calls them demon spawn. But anyway, yep, looks like for his children. So that looks what's up for him for the next month or so. So anyway, I hope those cards are right. Maybe I'm just wanting them to be that way really bad, but it looks like don't look good at all. At least there was no death card in there. The 5 of Cups could be an ending. It's not usually an ending, but here are the nostalgia, and then the 5 of Cups, and then the jail time. It's an ending of an era. I'm not saying it's like a death card, but it's an ending of an era. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I know I enjoyed it, and I'm going to come back with another one in just a minute, and I don't want to get too many of them together because then they're too hard to put up. Bye-bye now.